Hi guys, I wanted to get on here and I wanted to share what is a narcissist. Like, let's just start at the foundation and just explain exactly like what makes a person a narcissist. And basically, it's emotional immaturity. It's a person who refuses to take responsibility for their feelings, and they put you are responsible for their feelings. You are responsible for how you make them feel. And so that's why when you engage in a conversation, you are thinking, like, when they accuse you of something, like you're selfish, you want to defend that, right? You want to be like, I'm not selfish, and here's all the reasons why I'm not selfish. And the reason why that doesn't work is because they really don't care. They don't care whether you're selfish or whether you're not selfish. What the reason why they're calling you selfish is because it's to defend themselves. They're defending themselves and they're justifying. It's to justify themselves, and it's to justify why now it's okay for them to treat you a certain way. And so when you go and you try to explain why you're not selfish, you guys are fighting two completely different issues. They're defending, the narcissist is defending why it's okay now for him to treat you bad, and you're defending this whole selfish, or whatever he's attacking you. So you guys are like, so you won't ever solve the problem because they really don't care whether you're selfish, whether you're not selfish. All they care about is themselves. That's it. Like, the reason they're saying that is to defend themselves. Like, it all comes back to them. So you trying to defend you does not work. Does that make sense? Okay, so if you guys don't know Little Shaman, I love Little Shaman. She does a really good job of explaining the narcissist. And then Dr. Hawkins at Marriage Recovery does a really good job of teaching you nonviolent communication. So that way, if you do want to actually address the issues, you're addressing the root issues. You're not sitting there getting on the hamster wheel with them and just going round and round in circles. So those are my two favorite people to like follow and to look up their videos and to listen to their audios. But here, I wanted to read this. This is exactly what a narcissist does, and it's really good. And this is from Little Shaman. This is the script most narcissists will play out in every relationship they are in for the rest of their lives. This doesn't just include romantic ones either. It is the way they behave in all relationships. In all relationships, the other person is expected to live for the narcissist. They are expected to do everything for the relationship, and while the narcissist does nothing, gives nothing, appreciates nothing. They are expected to be perfect at all times, to read the narcissist's mind and anticipate whatever needs the narcissist may have, to never have needs, wants, feelings, or anything of their own, and to never make a mistake. They are expected to carry all of the narcissist's emotional baggage, to be their punching bag, to sit on the shelf waiting to be played with like a baby doll, and to never stop giving perfect, unconditional love. They can never be angry, tired, stressed, hurt, sick, or human in any way. If someone cannot to do all of these things and many more, the narcissist cannot be happy. This is the key to the whole thing. Narcissists do not understand that their happiness and all their emotions are their own responsibility. They place this responsibility on others, and they are devastated and furious when people do not come through for them. They view it as a personal attack. So this has been my life. Like, this is exactly what I've dealt with for 17 years. Like, if I'm tired, he's attacking me. Like, how dare you? What's wrong with you? You can't be tired. You're such a loser. You stay home with the kids. Like, you're not tired. It's awful. It's awful. The shelf sit like a baby doll. He'll leave me for 6 weeks because he's angry and he's in rage mode. And then when he wants to come back and play with me, there's no validation of anything. There's no validation of, you've left me, you've abandoned the family. He's like, what are you talking about? I didn't abandon the family. You abandoned me. It's just like, there's no point in arguing is what I'm trying to get at, really. But, and that, they don't care. I hate just sitting for weeks at a time while he waits and then decides, like one day, speaking of, that's where he's at right now, is he's back. First it was, I'll never forgive you, I hate you, I want nothing to do with you, I want a divorce, blah blah blah, but he hasn't filed for divorce, he's not doing anything about it. And then now it's like, hey, can we start over? Oh, so now, like the baby doll on the shelf, he's ready to play again with me. Well, I am going no contact right now. I haven't responded to his email about that. Another proof, I'm like on total random tangents today, but another proof about how he says this, you guys. He told me, so it's absolutely, everything about me is wrong. He can't believe I would ever talk to him the way I have. It's so rude and so disrespectful, right? Like, I have to be perfect, which I've realized this many years ago, that I had to be perfect. And so I just kept saying, I'm not going to be perfect and you have to accept me the way I am. Which is really hard, because I know, like, people like us, like, I really want to change. And I know inside my head, I was like, well, I'm constantly working on myself, but you can't tell them that because of this. So, because then it's like you're feeding into this crazy, unrealistic expectations. But he sent me this email about, like, can't believe who you are. And I'll find myself, this is his exact words were, I'll find myself a godly woman who will know exactly how to treat me, even when I'm being crazy and upset and mad and treating her like crap. That's what he said. He didn't say anything about him doing the same, that he'll be that. No, he'll find himself a godly woman who takes his abuse, basically. It's craziness. Like, he said that and he thought that's okay. And he's also sent me messages about how I'm unlovable, like, and I don't deserve to be treated like a queen. These are the real issues. These are the real issues. These are the things that actually need to get addressed. And so don't get on that hamster wheel with them. Instead, I've shared, I think you guys can look it up, the V communication, which is about you're actually solving real problems. You're saying, I have needs, whether it's safety, security, trust, transparency, authenticity. And then you ask them, like, you don't force anything. You ask them, like, would you like to be in a relationship with me? Would you like to fulfill some of these needs? This is how. And when you ask them, when you set these sacred agreements or the boundaries, like, it's clear and concise. If you're like, I don't feel loved, or would you like to help me feel loved? Everything is a choice and everything is an option. And that's where it's like, that's where you're not codependent. You're independent. Like, you're independent. You own your feelings. You own your needs. And that's where they need to get to, is they need to own their feelings, which they do not. And that's the problem. That's, if you say, I'm tired, for some reason, if it makes them feel bad, they will turn it back on you and they will attack you and they will make sure that you know that you are a piece of crap. But it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with themselves, and that they don't want to hear, they don't care about your needs. They don't care that you're tired. They don't care. And so when you find that out, then it's like, then you just stop, get off the hamster wheel, and then just be like, do you care? Do you care that I'm tired? Or are you just going to sit here and belittle me and put me down? Because why would I be tired? Because I don't do anything all day. The second they go there is the second you just, no contact, because you're not having any real communication, because they don't care. Like, the first step is to ask them if they care. That's it. To get to see if they can even get to a point where they care about you outside of themselves. They are very, very codependent type of people. Everything, like your feelings and how you feel, is very wrapped up into them and their feelings. And that's where it's like, you got to learn how to separate and become two very healthy and independent individuals who take responsibility for yourselves. And then you come together and then you ask each other, like, do you want to do life together? Do you want to help me? How are you going to handle if I'm tired? Like, do you care that I'm tired? I'm not asking you to be codependent. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is kind of just all over the place. But anyways, so basic foundation, emotional immaturity, trying to get them to take responsibility for their feelings. to learn how to be convicted, how to sit with healthy shame. They don't know how to sit. They don't know how to apologize, like how to truly feel bad about hurting you or any of that stuff. That's the work. That's the progress that needs to be made, is how to be convicted, how to handle when their wife says, hey, I don't like it. This makes me feel uncomfortable. And for them to care. That's like the very first step, is like, do you actually care about me? And will you take responsibility for your feelings and how you feel? And then do they know can they learn how to express themselves and their feelings and their needs without belittling you, attacking you, and taking responsibility for themselves? Okay, I think that's it for now. It's just that solid foundation, emotional immaturity, teaching and seeing if they'll ever take responsibility for their feelings, their own feelings. All right, bye.